Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I know I've been a little bit MIA on my YouTube, but I definitely want to get back into doing some tutorials. But we're going to start off with a little review. So I'm just priming as I normally would. The Banana Bright primer from Henrikson is unbelievable. It's like really nice and brightening, so I'm just using that. And then we're going to try out a new foundation today. So I just got the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter stick foundation. Now stick foundations for me don't normally work that well because I have really oily skin, so a lot of the time when I've tried like the Makeup Forever one and things like that, it just hasn't really worked and it hasn't lasted throughout the day. But this one I really wanted to give a go because, you know me, I love a bit of Huda Beauty. I started off applying straight from the stick to my face, and that gives you more of a natural coverage. It still covers your blemishes, but your skin kind of still peeks through, as you can see here. But it did say that if you wanted to build up the coverage, you should take your brush and take the product straight from the stick and then apply it to your face. And this actually worked really well. I actually much preferred the coverage that this gave me, so it was more of a medium to full coverage. It just depended on how much you could build it, but I really love that this gives you the option of either, you know, going for a light sheer coverage on a natural day, or you can build it up to full coverage. Look here, how luminous and dewy and gorgeous is that? And I use the shade Cashew if you're a similar skin tone to me. I do need to now bring a little bit of life to the face, so I'm taking the Huda Beauty Tantour and I use the shade Light. And rather, you know, drawing lines on my face and trying and attempting to blend it out that way, I'm really liking building this up more naturally as well. So I take the brush and I kind of stipple it on the back of my hand, just so you're picking up less product, and that way you can build it nice and naturally onto the face. And then I take it down the sides of my nose as well, again really lightly. I don't pick up too much product. I'd much rather build it up slowly. And then I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. Now I haven't used this in ages, forgot how much I love it, but please be warned, it is a very full coverage concealer. So if you're drier underneath the eyes, I probably wouldn't recommend this because it does dry down matte. For me, I'm oily, it works really well and makes it super long lasting. I'm just using this concealer brush from Fenty Beauty. It is unbelievable, and I also did go over with a sponge after just to make sure it looked nice and flawless. I'm really just trying to go through the steps in my routine that I would normally to give this foundation kind of a true representation, if you get what I mean, because I'm going to do a wear test a bit later on. So I'm taking, I think this is the Fenty Beauty setting powder. I can't remember what I did with my Huda Beauty one, so we're using this one. And I am baking. It does look a little bit crazy, so be warned. But this is what I always do. If I want a foundation to last on my skin, I have to bake. I have very oily skin, so this is essential for me. And then I'm using a trick that I picked up from Unreasy, which is actually, rather than like swiping and wiping away that bake, you actually stipple it into the skin. This is actually life-changing. I mean, you'll see later, I dip my face in water and you should see how my makeup looked after. It's unbelievable. If you want your makeup to last, please try stippling in the powder after you bake. It's amazing. And then I'm just bronzing up a little bit. I think this was the Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's just the normal one that I use with my Morphe M530 brush. Take a little bit of that down the sides of the nose, and I always like to take that into the front portion of the brow. I just think it looks really nice. Now we are looking cute so far, so I want to just up the ante a little bit. So I'm going to take some highlighter. I'm going to take Azorus from the 3D highlight palette from Huda Beauty. It's the gold shade. I always like to take it down the bridge of my nose, in the inner corners of my eyes, and then of course we're going to go on the cheekbones. Oh, it's so buttery and just melts into the skin. I absolutely love this. Popping a bit on the forehead, just pretty much everywhere to give a bit of an all over glow. And then the Flower Beauty Peach Primrose blush. Flower Beauty is really affordable, and this blush is like my new favorite color. It's so pretty. So this is what the skin looks like currently. I'm obsessed with how the foundation looks. It looks really flawless. It doesn't look cakey at all. So I have just gone off camera and finished the rest of my makeup. So we've done something quite kind of simple and basic, but now it is time to test out the foundation. So apparently it is waterproof, but I'm about to test this by dipping my whole face, full face, in a bowl of water. I have to say that I've never gone this far to test a foundation before, so I truly love you guys to be doing this to myself, because it could have gone terribly wrong. But I'm just taking a towel and kind of just dabbing the droplets and everything. The only thing that was disturbed was my eyeshadow and my mascara, because I was the genius that chose not to go for a waterproof mascara. But have a look at this skin. My whole face got drenched, and this is how the skin looks. So it is 100% waterproof, which is amazing that they absolutely nailed that. And then I wanted to test out the 10-hour wear, so I'm going to go away, come back, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So this is at 10:05 in the evening. As you can see, I do have some oiliness and everything peeking through, but this is with no touch-ups at all. Most of the time throughout the day I would touch up with some powder. So I am so impressed with this foundation. If you've been umming and ahhing whether you want it, I highly recommend it. It is so beautiful, and I truly believe that it would suit any skin type. But thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I promise I will be back soon with another video. Love you guys.